Now, first of all, shall. Shall is a model which express future tense. Okay. So, a very prominent use of shall, that is to express a future tense of action, that some action will happen in upcoming future time. Okay. So, here future for I and we, specifically with first person I and we. Okay. So, see here, I shall see him tomorrow. I shall see him tomorrow. I shall be there for you next week. Okay, so something which has been an action which is possible in future, and you are confirm means you are giving your consent, and specifically with I and we use shall. Okay. Now, another thing, that is questions and suggestions. Okay. And again with the same first person pronouns to frame interrogative sentences and to suggest, give a suggestion or advice. Okay. See here. Let us continue. Shall we? Now, what exactly it is? It is a suggestion. Okay. And also it is an interrogative form of sentence. Shall we here gives you an idea that we are asking that whether shall we go ahead with this suggestion or not. Okay. Now, similarly, shall has a past tense. We have to use this model should as the to show the past tense here. Now, should is also used with the right thing to do. That means something which is correct and it should be done like that. Like here, see here the example, she should call the police. What she should do? What the right thing which can be done here is, that means she should call the police. You should go to school. That means this is the right thing which has to be done by you. Okay. So, you should study daily. Okay, like this. Now, another aspect is advice. Now, certain things which are being advised to you, like you should eat healthy food. Okay. So, this is a suggestion. Whenever you go to doctor, what he suggests? You should take proper rest, like this. So, this is an advice from the doctor. See here an example. What should I do? Now, the person is asking for an advice. So, for seeking the advice or for giving the advice, in both the manner we will use should, the model. Okay. See, this is how we seek the advice. We are asking for the advice. Okay. Now, you should stop thinking about it. Now, what advice he got? That you should stop thinking about it. This is an advice which the person got from the second person. Okay. So, in this manner we express the suggestion or advice. Okay. Now, another thing which can be expressed using should is what is likely or expected to happen. That means something is expected in future and it may happen. Like, see example here, we should be back by midnight. What is being expected? We should be back by midnight. By midnight there is an expectation that we may come back. Okay. So, to express this expected aspect to happen, we are using the model should. Okay. Now, another model, very important one, which is also used to express future action is will. So, it expresses the future action or states, actions or state, not plans. We are not talking about plans, okay. They are just giving a firm action. Whenever we are talking about action, then only we use will, okay. Like price will go up next summer. This is something which is very, there is huge possibility of happening it. It is almost confirmed that price will go up next summer. This is quite possible and it will happen. So, certain action is of high possibility, almost confirmed, which will happen in the future. Okay. So, another thing is to express promise or an intention, that you intend something. Yes, you want to show that you really mean it. Okay, you have the intentions to come. I will certainly come there. Okay. So, what you are doing? You are showing your promising action that it will certainly happen. Okay. So, for those promises, see here the example. It's all right, I will pick you. This is also another way to write will. So, I will pick it up. This is very confirmed. The person is promising that I will pick it up. You need not to worry, the promise has been made, the work will be done. Okay. So, here also we use will. Now, would, the next model is the past form of will. Okay. So, the past form of will is would. Like wherever we want to show, we want to convert, change the will word into past tense, then we use would. Like see here, he told me he would come. So, here would is being used, and whenever we change the sentence, okay, see here, he told me he would come. So, what has happened? The will has been changed in the past form, and whenever we will write will in past form, we will write would. Now, the next aspect which can be expressed here, next expression is imagined situation. Something, a situation, a particular condition which we imagine. Okay, see here the example. What would you do? How do you imagine? What would you do if you were him? Okay, so this is a totally imaginary situation which is being asked to be imagined. So, in such a, to express such aspect, we use would. See here, what would you do if you were him, or what would you do if you become the Prime Minister? So, you imagine it, that what would you do? Okay. So, this is how we express the imaginative situations, and we try to find out the probable actions which could be taken in that imaginative situations. Okay. Now, another aspect here is, that is for polite requests, offers and invitations. Okay, for making offers and for giving invitations also we use would. See here, for example, would you please sit down? That is a polite request. Would you please come in? Would you please shut the door? This is how we, in a very polite manner, we are making a request. Now, another example, would you like to have some tea? Okay. Would you like some tea? That is how we ask. We offer some, that is a tea is being offered, and that offer is being made by using the model would. Okay. Now, another one. We are meeting with Sarah next Saturday. would you like to come along? So, what has been asked here? An invitation has been given for meeting Sarah on next Saturday. So, something has been planned, and for that particular meeting you are being invited over there. So, to give that invitation we can use the modal would. Okay. Now, there is one more thing here which we need to discuss along with would, that is would can also be used to say what you want to do or have. That means what you aspire for, what you want to do. I would like a piece of cake. Okay, this is your longing, this is your wish. I would like to have a piece of cake. Okay, nice. See here, I would like to become a another example is I would like to become a doctor. So, what exactly I want to do? What I want to do is been expressed by using the modal would. Okay. Now, one more important model which we need to discuss here is ought to. Ought to is a very compulsive kind of model which is been showing something which has to be done, means it is showing a high level of compulsion. Whenever we want to express a higher level of compulsion for the right things to be done, we use this model ought to. Okay. Now, see the example. You ought to apologize. That means now there is no escape from apology. This is a compulsive action which you have to perform. See, that is you ought to apologize. Now, another example is like you ought to take your medicines. Here also there is a compulsive advice that you ought to, it is a compulsive aspect that you cannot skip your medicines. Okay, like this. So, here in this manner we use ought to. Okay. So, this is how we have discussed different models here, that how we can use different models. Now, there is another way of understanding the another manner in which we use models. We need to understand the models, like the models are reflecting certain situations. Okay, they are expressing certain situations. Now, that is why I am going to give you that in certain situations which particular model can be used. Okay. The first situation is if we want to make a request, then what all possible models can be used. Say, in various models we have seen they can be used for request, they can be used for possibility, they can be used for ability, like this. Okay. So, now here we need to understand that for expressing request in a formal manner we have to use may. So, now first situation that we need to understand is request. Now, if we want to make a formal request, first of all formal request, then we have to use may. In a very formal manner in front of a person among which, see, in front of whom you are very formal, then you will ask a formal question, may I sit down, may I come in. So, in this manner we make formal, we take formal permissions. Okay, we are making a request and we are here making it in a formal manner. So, we will use the modal may. Similarly, for informal request we can use can. Okay, for informal request we can use can. Here there is no much formality is there between the relations of the two people who have been talking. Okay. So, can I sit down? Can I come in? Can I take this paper? Like this. Okay. So, this is another way. Now, if you want to make a even more politer request, if you want to become more polite, see here. So, we have two models which can be used, that is could and would. Okay. Both these models, could and would, can be used for making polite request. Would is even more humble. Okay. If you want to be even more humble, then it will be would. Okay. And could can be a bit informal and polite also. Could I sit down? Okay. Similarly, would you mind if I sit down? So, this is even more humble. Okay. So, now let us move to discuss here the next situation, that is permission. Now, for permission there are two aspects. One is the formal permission, for which we will use may. Okay. For giving permission, like here, you may sit down. Okay. So, this is a formal permission being given here. Okay. Now, another aspect is informal permission. Okay. Here there is no formality, so we will use can. Now, here you can sit down. Here another permission has been given, but it is an informal one. No formality is there. Okay. Now, another aspect, expression which we need to discuss here is, that is obligation. That means something which is you are dutiful about. Okay. Now, so the next thing is, that is obligation. Obligation, when it is complete obligation, full, that means something has to be done. There we have to use must. Okay. This is a first level of compulsion. Okay. There is a bit sense of compulsion here. That means, see here the example, you must tell the police the truth. What is being expected out of you? This is a bit compulsory, that you must tell the police the complete truth. Okay. So, another obligation which we are here talking about is partial. That means it has been more of a something which is a correct way of doing that thing, and it has to be done. Okay. So, we will use should. Okay. Here it is not a compulsion. Okay. But only thing is, this is the right action. Okay. See here the example, you should tell your friends the truth. This is advisable, that what is the right action. So, here we will use should. Now, another aspect in obligation is, it is also a partial way of obligation and a bit not very commonly being used. We also use ought to. Okay. See here the example, you ought to tell your friends the truth. In this manner also we can frame the sentence. Okay. But here also, though we use ought to in more of a very compulsive obligation, but here it can also be used in a more in a partial manner also. Now, another situation which we need to discuss here is logical conclusion. Okay. That means stronger than should. There is a logical aspect and it has been concluded here by using must. Must is the model which we use for showing logical conclusion. He left an hour ago, so he must be there. Why he must be there? Because there is a logic, there is a reason behind it, because he left an hour ago. because already an hour have passed, that is why he must have been there. Okay. So, this is how we express logical conclusions. Also, a weaker expression of logical conclusion, for that we can also use should. Okay. See here, he left half an hour ago. I believe he should be there already. This is his expectation that probably, and he has been concluding that this is the, now it is being expected that he should be there already. Okay. So, this is also based on this first logic. Okay. So, this is also a logical conclusion where we have used should. Now, another aspect situation which we need to understand is possibility. For a general possibility, we use can. Okay. Like it can rain sometimes. So, normally it is a general aspect. It can be a sunny day. So, there is a possibility. Okay. Now, another possibility which is weaker than may and might. If the possibility is not very strong, it is weak, then may and might will not be used, and for the weaker possibility what we will use? We will use could. Like it could rain, but it is not very common in this part of the country. There is a weak possibility that it could rain. Okay? So, he could arrive tomorrow. There is a possibility if he had started from there. Okay. There are conditional possibilities. Okay. In that manner also we can use could. Now, another weaker possibility, if it is weaker than may, also we can use might. Okay. So, may is a more confirmed possibility, and for weaker possibility, for a mild possibility we can also use might. It is not very cloudy yet, but it might rain. So, it is partially cloudy, there is a weak possibility that it might rain, but it is cloudy. So, possibility is there, but not very sure, not very confirmed that it may rain. So, we cannot use like that because the clouds are not very deep, very intense, it is not very cloudy. Okay. So, in this condition it is not very cloudy yet, but it might rain. That means there is certain possibilities are there that it might rain. So, in this manner, to express different situations showing different expressions, we can use all these models in different possible manner to frame the various sentences. So, students, in this manner we have done all the various aspects about models. So, go through the video and do the required exercises which are regarding the models to practice these models in the various sentences. Thank you, students.